Good morning. TGIF, happy Friday to you on this, the last Friday of the year 2023. It is 7:30 a.m. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm your host, Bridgett Ellison, here at News 6 inside the newsroom, streaming to you live right now. The excitement is high. The Christmas decorations are starting to come down. I'm a little bit sad about that because we did the Barbie pink theme right there over my shoulder, and I want to keep mine up as long as possible. So I think I'm going to wait until they ask me to take them down, but we'll see. Meteorologist Candace Campos is here helping us plan
Oh,
the rest of this. Oh, hi
oh my
there.
goodness.
We
I
have
don't
the
know what's
behind the scenes
happening.
view here.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay. We can hear you though.
Okay, why don't we take it to graphics, shall we?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what's going on with my thing
We'll
here.
figure
All
it
right,
out. We'll
let's
figure
take
it
a
out.
look. You know what? It is Friday. It's the last Friday of the year. As we take a
Yes.
look at what's going on across the area, temperatures for today are going to be staying nice and cool. We're talking temperatures are going to be down into the 50s. I fixed
I
it.
see
I
you now.
fixed it, Bridget. All right, I'm here. You got to
Yes.
see my messy desk. We are watching a cold front that is coming through Central Florida, and it's going to usher in another blast of really cold air. So right now, temperature is 45 degrees in Ocala. We're at 52 in New Smyrna Beach, 54 in Kissimmee, 59 degrees in Cocoa Beach. Now, it's cool outside. There is no doubt about it. At least it's not raining. But we are going to be dropping all these temperatures you see about 10 degrees tomorrow morning. So that is why we're really going to be focusing on the weekend temperatures. Not so much today, even though it's still going to be a cool, brisk day. 58 will be your high in Ocala. 60 in Leesburg, 62 in Kissimmee. We also have a nice breeze in place, which will make it feel nice and even cooler this afternoon. But where are we heading to later on tonight? Time to get the layers. Put on the fireplace. Why
Yes.
not, right? 38 will be your wake up temperature Saturday morning. 37 in Palm Coast will be about 42 in New Smyrna Beach, 48 in Cocoa. And then, of course, the big night. Sunday night into Monday morning as everyone makes their plans, their festivities, their traditions that Bridget and I always like to talk about. Temperatures will be into the upper 40s by midnight. So if temperatures like in Orlando get down into the 40s, it will be the coldest New Year's Eve that we've seen in more than a decade. Before we get there, though, I do want to let you know because a lot of people have all of their tropical plants and whatnot
Yeah.
out there, the sensitive vegetation. We do have that potential for frost in the forecast. Not a concern for a big freeze event, but certainly frost could be expected as far south as Seminole County. In many spots, it's kind of like a forecast of what we can see. So, the frost on Saturday morning will be more across Marion County, but for Sunday morning, it will kind of spread out a little more than Saturday. And as you get results, here's your full 7-day forecast. It's going to be chilly. The coldest morning again will be Sunday morning, but still chilly as we ring in the new year. And then temperatures will stay consistently in the 60s throughout most of next week, Bridget. But nice looking forecast, if you ask me.
It's shaped up really nice, Candace. I would
Yeah.
venture to say better than the Christmas forecast, really, here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was rainy, it was kind of
Mm-hmm.
soggy and gloomy. Yeah, no, this New Year's forecast is going to be looking nice. So if you're going to be out watching a ball drop or you're going to be out in the town getting from place to place, just making sure that you have your extra layer because you'll need it.
Well, I like the tradition of the 12 grapes. So you're planning to do
That's
that,
mine.
right?
Yeah.
Under the table,
Mhm.
right? And it's
Yep.
what's the story behind that, or how do we do that if we want to do it for good luck?
What, the grapes?
Mm-hmm.
The grapes, you have to eat all 12 grapes in the first minute. I
Okay.
don't know if that's official tradition,
Under
but
the
that's the
table.
tradition in my. Oh, I don't know about the under the table.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay. There's
I
all
gotta
these different
research that.
traditions.
Maybe that's the problem. But let's see.
But
I've
the 12 for
also
12 months, right?
12 for a good 12 months.
Okay.
My
And
Italian
then,
husband does lentils.
yeah.
So the more green lentils you eat, the more money you'll have in the new year. For more love, you need to wear red underwear.
I heard of that one.
And uh-huh.
Don't
And
forget
then what
about
was
the
the other one? Oh,
luggage. The luggage.
the luggage. If you take the luggage around the neighborhood, around the street, or at least around the house, you have a year of travel.
So
I'll do
I,
them all. I'll do them
I'm
all.
gonna try to work on mine too. I got to get to work because I grew up in the Carolinas, and so one of the
Hmm.
things that I grew up doing is we always have collard greens and black eyed
Yep.
peas, and those are for good luck and prosperity. People have different ideas behind the symbolism of it and the history of it,
Yeah.
but definitely a very very old tradition with that. And then having your house clean before going
Oh, the
into the new
house
year,
clean.
and no laundry, no, absolutely no dirty laundry.
No.
So
Okay.
lots of cleaning so you start thinking about that ahead of time because you don't want to be like still cleaning on first day of the
I
year.
need to do that this weekend. I'm not going to
So,
clean today, but I might clean tomorrow.
okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
sounds lovely. Happy New Year.
Yes. Happy
And
New
I
Year.
know, and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You are a holiday baby, and so
I
I
am.
know that that's always a little bit like you feel stuck in between big holidays, right?
Well, isn't the week between Christmas and New Year's just one of those weird weeks? Like, if you're not working, you don't know what day it is. Everyone's in pajamas. You don't want to cook anything. It's just like a very like, meh, kind of,
But you
or
still
you're
get
traveling.
extra gifts, right?
My parents have always been very good. My husband has been very good that they always keep the gifts separate.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I got a nice little bracelet that has my two girls' names on it right here for my birthday. So
Aw.
that was really nice. I got that yesterday. My husband always, pulls it through. So thank you.
And what's the birthday cake for you? Is it chocolate? I feel like it's chocolate.
It's it's the Linda's chocolate cake from Cheesecake Factory. It's like a 7-layer
Oh.
chocolate cake with like the chocolate morsels on top, so you get like the texture.
So did you get it last night or will you have it today or
We went out to dinner last night, and I really we went to Kabuki, so we had their ube cheesecake, which is to die for.
mm.
So I traded it in, but I'm hoping I'm gonna go pick up the kids from grandma's house
Yeah.
today. I think they might have something up their sleeve. They've been acting very, very
Okay.
whispery lately, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for your birthday
Yeah,
weekend and you have
thank
some
you.
surprises for the girls, so I look forward to that update coming up next
Oh,
week from
we'll
you.
we'll talk about that update
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Mum's the
Yeah.
word. Okay. All right.
They don't really. I don't think they're watching News 6 Plus this
Oh,
morning,
okay.
but just in case, well,
Just in case, because you never
just in
know.
case. It's
All
a
right.
belated Christmas gift that didn't get here correctly.
Yes, yes, it's a good
So,
story. It's a good story.
hmm
We'll save that one, and you know what? We wish you
back
a
pocket.
very, I know. You know what? I have this for the Pop Tarts.
Ooh.
Yes, it's
Oh,
strawberry.
are we
It's
talking
strawberry
Pop
though.
Tarts?
We are. We'll
Are we
talk about the
talking
Pop
Pop
Tart
Tarts?
bowl a little bit later, but
All right.
yeah, I
Well,
know that
Happy New Year,
you
Bridget. Hopefully,
too.
you
You
have a nice
too.
one too.
You too, Candace. So we'll
Clean
see you.
away if
I know.
eh,
I will. I've already been going on it, so I'm
good. Chipping away
yeah.
at it little by little. I got
Yes,
a
because
new
I was
vacuum, so that
see.
should be an easy
You need to team up with
thing for
me.
me to do. There you go.
Okay.
Or
Well,
side
I'll see
gig
you
or
in
side hustle.
2024.
You got it. I'll
All
see you at
right.
noon.
I
Don't be
know.
dramatic.
I know. Well, right here in 2024.
Okay, deal, deal.
Yeah, right here.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right. So we want to get over to your holiday traffic. It's been a pretty smooth week. Trooper Steve is standing by in results one. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm having fun just listening to you ladies chat it up.
I know. Do you have any fun New Year's plans or traditions?
Traditions, no. I do like. We've always. I can guarantee I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna be instructed to start cleaning.
Uh
So
huh.
that will be probably the biggest thing because I'm big. You got to start the year fresh. If we're all
Yes.
about these
Exactly.
resolutions,
Right.
go in nice and clean,
Mm-hmm.
ready to kind of go a little bit, but no real like hard traditions. I'm not sitting under a table eating grapes or anything like that. So, and the whole luggage thing, I get it, but I think it's like a mental thing. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
go see the world, go see the world, kind of. But
It's
hey,
the
to each their
intention,
own,
right?
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the
Yes.
intention. But it was funny. I'm hearing you guys talking about shopping and stuff. I'm over here on Amazon buying some last minute Three Kings Day gifts
Oh,
for
yeah.
Camille because I celebrate Three Kings Day.
That's right.
So that's usually a very small kind of gift. So she doesn't watch News 6 Plus, so that's good. She's probably on the treadmill at home right now. I got her yesterday. I saw that Candace got this egg maker,
Oh,
and I'm like, That's kind of it's a little steamer, little thing.
Oh,
So
cute.
I got that and a levitating. Get this, a levitating plant vase that floats.
Oh, I need to see
Yeah,
that. Okay, send me the link,
yeah, it's
please.
crazy. I'll
Yeah,
send you the link to that. It's kind of cool.
yeah.
So I just got done buying that. So yeah,
Very
and things
cool.
aren't too
Very
bad out
cool.
there today. I'm kind of proud of everybody out on the roads this morning.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Things not too bad across the map. DOT camera showing fairly smooth travels. Now, don't expect this same situation next week. We will resume life back to normal next week. This is the 2-week fog that we don't get all high impact of cars out there. But right now, I-4 looking pretty good east and westbound. DOT cam showing you right now Lee Road. We did have an earlier reported crash in that area within the eastbound area. But so far, so good. Your drive times where they should be. Osceola Parkway to Colonial Drive, State Road 50. So you're passing all the outlets, you're passing all the malls and all that stuff. 20-minute drive at the speed limit. And from Seminole County, no problems. That earlier crash, not even there. I do believe they moved it out of the way. Some spotty stuff out there, but I'm not going to talk about stuff that's not going to slow you down. So one over by the Turnpike, one by John Young, but they've been cleared. It looks like the icon went away, but a slight delay there at Sand Lake and Orange Avenue. And then this one I've been watching for about 40 minutes now, Babcock Street northbound at Palm Bay Road in the city of Palm Bay. Palm Bay Police Department had northbound Babcock shut down for a little bit, but they have reopened it. So drive times across Central Florida looking nice this morning. We're still sitting in the green, and then the whole area, Bridgett, nice and smooth.
Beautiful.
So the big thing is the big key to all this is just being aware, having your plan before hitting the road, and kind of coming up with that alternate route just in case we will have some crashes this weekend. It's just bound to happen, but we need to be super prepared. And of course, if you do plan on going out and you're going to have a beverage, have a plan before you start drinking so that you can get home safely and you don't do anything stupid.
Yes, always keep that in mind first and foremost. And you're headed out today to UCF, was it?
So I reached out to a buddy of mine. He is a DUI specialist, I call him. He is a drug recognition expert. He's a sergeant with the UCF Police Department. And he's also, believe it or not, a professional magician. Yeah, he does it part-time across the country, believe it or not. But I called him last night and I go, hey, I don't want to be the talking head in the car talking about do not drink and drive. You want to hop in with me and we talk about all the options that are out there. And he has seen things, I've seen things. So I figure the two of us can talk it up today.
Yeah.
And 8:30, clickorlando.com, Sergeant Frank Imperato with the UCF Police Department. And maybe if he's down, I'll have him do some magic tricks for us in the truck.
I love it. I love it. That reminds me of Daniel Tiger. I have little kids, but there's an episode where one of the characters has several jobs, and the song that went with that episode was "You Can Be More Than One Thing." So it's
Right.
it's always fun to see how law enforcement and military have such a variety of careers. So that'll be a fun ride today.
I'm excited about it
Yeah.
because even outside of just him, I've met cops there's a lieutenant at Eatonville Police Department that is a comedian.
Right.
There's an Orange County correctional officer that's a comedian. So it's like, look, you've got this lifestyle, but you could have some fun on the side too. Heck, I never thought I'd be a news anchor after
Right.
being a state
If
trooper,
someone
and
had
look at
told
me
you
now.
that,
So
right, you would have laughed at him.
I would have laughed at him. So yeah, 8:30, clickorlando.com. After you're done having breakfast, you can catch up, relax a little bit with Bridgett, and then join me over at clickorlando.com.
All right. We'll see you then. Thanks, Trooper Steve.
Happy New Year, Bridgett. Bye.
Bye. So we have a returning guest this morning, photojournalist Corey Murray, who is also the host of podcast Blackman Sunday, standing by. He is in his studio this morning. And, Merry Christmas, Corey. Happy New Year. We're so glad to see you this morning. You messaged me on Facebook. You commented yesterday on Facebook that you were available. And I said, hey, how about tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. Happy Friday, Bridget. How you
Happy
doing?
Friday. Every day is Friday with you. But yes, happy
That's right.
Friday, the last happy Friday of 2023, right?
Definitely.
So you have your podcast and you put that out every week. And right now you're working on one. You will have it on this Sunday. What time do we look for that? And what's the topic this week?
Oh, great information. So basically, Blackman Sundays, I drop the show right at midnight. I do that because our audience, we have a heavy Central Florida audience, but we also have a heavy West Coast, and a lot of brothers listen to us in Germany as well. So I started releasing the shows right at midnight on all podcast platforms, and also we're on News Six Plus as well. But News Six Plus a little later in the day. I think like around between 9 a.m. and noon, and then we also have article on clickorlando.com/Blackman Sundays. And this weekend, I'm excited. It's our last show of the year. I can't believe we're almost at 100 episodes. So we have
Wow.
Tyrone Law. Yeah, we have Tyrone Law, aka Tyrone the Publicist. That's his Instagram name. He's a public relations specialist, but we call him a publicist. That's kind of cute saying that. That's a nice way of saying a public
Mm-hmm.
relations specialist. He's also, but the important thing about it is he's a senior public relations specialist at Zillow. So,
Hmm.
we talk about generational wealth, finance, and business. So I said, okay, why not close the year talking about, closing this wealth gap? So he
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, if you want to close the wealth gap, home ownership is the key. So some of our topics that we discuss, we talk about the application process because, a lot of brothers and sisters are being denied. We also talk
Mm-hmm.
about if you already are a homeowner and you're trying to sell it, the appraisal process.
Mm-hmm.
It's some interesting tips he gave.
Yeah.
And also, we also speak with entrepreneurs that are either already have a business or they're trying to get their business off the ground. So we talk about, okay, since you're a publicist, let's talk about media placement. Let's talk about branding. How do we brand our business? And do we need a publicist?
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, if you're making that money, a publicist is nice. But, if you're an upstart business, do we need a publicist? So we discuss that. And like I said, that'll be coming out this Sunday at midnight, all podcast platforms.
And I find that an interesting topic. I'm a big fan of Zillow, Realtor.com. I'm on there all the time, just being nosy, checking the market, checking the rates, checking to see what's available. What did he have to say about, just the way the market has been lately in terms of affordability and being able to, find a decent deal on lending because we're still seeing in the headlines, things happening where people are being turned down and sometimes there are unfair practices in place. And I mean, those things are still happening on top of inflation and very high rates that exist.
Yeah, definitely. And I asked them that question because a lot of brothers tell me they're discouraged. It's like, why would I buy a house with a high rate and I'm going to pay a high, and I'm also going to pay a high price? At least, 20 years ago, you may have had a high rate, but the cost was lower. And then, 5, 6 years ago, you had a lower rate and the prices were reasonable at the time. But the way it looks now is basically if you're in a house that's between 250 and 300,000, paying over 8%, you're basically paying for like a $700,000 house, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
we discussed that, but I can't go into too much
Okay.
detail on
Yeah.
it.
I
He
don't.
gives us some numbers, but the
Mm-hmm.
main thing is, we're trying to close the wealth gap. And one other thing that I would
Mm-hmm.
like to tell you before I get out of here is that we see in communities where family members that own homes
Mm-hmm.
sell the homes significantly cheaper, or they get a letter from the city, hey, we would like to buy this property
Mm-hmm.
once that family member passes away. We discussed that as well because again, the best way to close the wealth gap, and I've had plenty of guests to
Mm-hmm.
come on and say it, but he says it as well. And the main thing is home ownership. Home ownership is the key. But in order to get in that home, you need to listen to Black Men Sundays this Sunday.
All right. So it sounds like you're touching on, making sure you have affairs in order and that people know your wishes and that you protect things even if you're not here anymore. That's what it sounds like. So there's a lot to talk about.
Definitely.
Always a lot to
Oh,
talk about.
definitely.
And
Oh
like
yeah.
you said, you're reaching out to everyone across the world now with this podcast. So we can find it anywhere we find our podcasts and just type in Blackman Sundays and it'll come up and that episode will be out on Sunday.
That's right.
All right,
Happy
Corey.
Friday, Bridget.
I know. Happy Friday. So I'll see you in the new year, right? God
Definitely. Yeah, like
willing.
like I
Yes.
said. Yeah, like I said now, I'm available on Fridays, so
Okay.
let's talk.
Yes, let's keep in touch. We will definitely will have you on again on another Friday or any other day you're available. You just let me know, and I'll see you here in the newsroom next week.
Sounds great. Can't wait.
All right, take care. Happy
Bye.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We want to recap a big double launch last night from SpaceX. Maybe if you were up around 8, 11, maybe you caught some of this. It was a historic night on the Space Coast. They launched 2 rockets less than 3 hours apart. A Falcon Heavy carrying a space plane for the military that took off from Kennedy Space Center just after 8, and then a Falcon 9 went up from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station with the latest batch of Starlink internet satellites. So lots of people were watching for that last night. News 6 was there as that launch took place, and there were just great sights and sounds. You can't beat a nighttime launch.
It was really cool. It's awesome seeing it come back in.
Yeah, I liked how it was really loud. It was really awesome.
Like how bright it got, and it's like the middle of the night and it got really bright, like it was morning. I just think that's really cool.
I love it. I love it. And you can see it from so far away many times. Just step outside and you can see those at night from where you live. You know, I was joking about my Pop-Tart. I am going to have a little bit of this when we get done. But Catherine Silver has the economic impacts from the Pop-Tarts Bowl last night. Let's take a look.
It's crowded all around Camping World Stadium ahead of this year's Pop-Tarts Bowl. Some of the 40,000 fans expected to watch Kansas State take on NC State packed Tinker Field for Fan Fest before kickoff. The festivities bring a boost to businesses both in and around the stadium.
We're in here setting up the ice and just getting everything ready.
Neil Crouch owns the Lemonade Trap. He expects to sell a couple hundred drinks on a day like this one. Were you guys also here for the Classic and EDC and those events?
No, we were out of town for the Classic, so I didn't get a chance to do that. But I heard one of my partners over there from the barbecue truck, he told me that it was a lot of good business.
It's a win for all. Florida Citrus Sports estimates Bowl Week brings in more than $60 million each year.
Most people that come down turn this into a family vacation rather than fly down for the game and fly out.
And it's just the start of what will be a busy weekend in Orlando. We're driving through the downtown area on Church Street, what will be the center of celebrations on New Year's. 6 bars will ring in the new year, including high tides. That's where the iconic Orange Ball drops at midnight, with a crowd of partygoers watching as they welcome 2024. Catherine Silver, getting results, News 6.
What a great marketing technique there. Apparently, the mascot that was dancing around on the field was also the first edible mascot, because we noticed at the end of the coverage this morning that the team members, Kansas State beat NC State. So they went away with the large Pop-Tart for the win, plus a trophy. Well, you know, we want to talk about some of the events happening around Central Florida, and if you want to take a look, you can head over to clickorlando.com and you'll see a listing of all of the New Year's Eve events happening, county by county, breakdown of costs. If you're still looking for some ideas, just head on over to clickorlando.com. And we just hope that you have a safe and happy new year, whatever your plans are. Be careful with those fireworks. We will be back next week right here with more Breakfast with Bridgett. You can always email me any questions, comments, ideas at bwb@wkmg.com. We hope that you enjoyed joining us, and we're wrapping up the year here. We'll see you right here at 7:30 in 2024.